Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we are going to see how to configure a Route Reflector client, which is running Cisco's iOS XR um, OS. So without wasting much time, I have my device already onboarded onto my Cisco NSO, and this is my Route Reflector client, which is on P9, which is running Cisco's iOS XR. So I can first ping the device. And as you can see, I have reachability to the device. I can connect to the device. And as you can see, the connectivity will go through. So without wasting much time, let's go into the device and configure BGP, VPN v4, and see how it goes. So first of all, I will navigate to the device. I'll go to edit config. And as you can see, I have the configuration window for my Route Reflector client. So what I will do next is I'll just navigate to config, and I'll navigate to router. I'll go to BGP. Now I'll click on enter. So the first thing that I have to do is that I need to add a BGP number or an instance. Okay. So I'll click on this and I'll use the AS number. I'll click on confirm. So I have my BGP instance created. So what I have to do next is to go into the BGP instance and configure all the parameters over there. So inside my BGP instance, and if you have been using Cisco iOS XR for some time, the first thing that you need to do when configuring BGP is to define the address families which are going to be needed in the BGP configuration for the PS. So first of all, I will navigate to the address family, and I have IPv4. So I will just activate VPN v4 for now. Okay, so I'll go to BGP VPN v4. I'll go to unicast. So I have some configuration as well over here, which we can configure under the VPN v4 global um, configuration. What I will do is that I'll go back to where I have my address families, and this is how we activate an address family for the PS. So I'll just go to the VPN v4 and I'll click on unicast, and I have this enabled. So that's how we do it for iOS XR. So what I'll have to do next is to define my neighbors. So I'll go back to the BGP instance, and I need to configure a neighbor. So what I'll do is that I'll click on my neighbor ID. It's 192.168.254.99. That's for the route reflector. I'll click on OK. Then I'll go into my neighbor. And the first thing I have to do is that I need to configure the remote as, which is 5,600. And the next thing to do is to configure the update source. So it's down here, as you can see, update source loopback 0. So I'll click on update source, and I have a lot of interfaces here, but then I'll go for my loopback. So this is my loopback, and I'll select loopback 0. Okay, so what else do you have to do? We need to define the address family for this particular neighbor. So we go to the BGP neighbor, go to the address family, then we go to VPN v4, unicast, and then we add. As simple as that. So let's go to our commit manager. And as you can see, this is the configurations that we are going to push onto the device. Now let's go to the native to see if our configurations are correct. And as you can see, the configurations are valid over here. So let me just increase the resolution. So this is our configuration for our peer. First of all, we define the BGP address family, the BGP instance number, and we define the global address family for the peers. Now we go back and then we go to the neighbor mode, and then we define the remote AS. We also define the update source interface, and we also enabled address family VPN v4 for that particular neighbor. So now we can go back to the config and then minimize our screen. Sorry, reduce the resolution. and then click on commit. So with all things being equal, our configuration should go through. So I will just pull my terminal window, and as you can see, BGP has been enabled to start on the iOS XR, and as you can see, the configuration from the controller NSO controller to my Route Reflector client is going through. And as you can see, the neighborship is up over here. So as we can see from the Route Reflector, the neighborship is up. So let's check from our devices that we have over here. So let's go back to devices. How to verify from here the neighborship? We go to the Route Reflector, and then we go to operation data. This data normally takes some time to load because it's fetching live data from the device. I just want to check the BGP VPN v4 neighborships from our device. So let me pause the video and come back when the loading is done. Okay, so now let's go to our live status. So as I described or talked about in my first video, the live status allows you to get live updates from your device, something like OSPF neighborship, interface status, and BGP neighborship as well. So it's going to take some time. So let me pause the video. So as you can see, we have a lot of interfaces on our route reflector, and as you can see, we have an IP address configured for Ether0. So what we can check as well is the BGP status. So as you can see, we only have VPN v4 address family enabled for all our route reflector clients on the route reflector. So we go to VPN v4, we go to unicast, and as you can see, we have our neighborship all defined here, and then you can see the uptime of the neighborship for all the route reflector clients. And as you can see, they are enabled, BGP state is established, and the state uptime, as you can see over here, in the last reset. So this is basically how to configure a route reflector client on Cisco iOS XR. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in my next video.